Hey, welcome to Doc's Practice Room. I hope your day is well. This is the beginning series of what I call pretty much like the basic drum beat, like the beginner's beat. Either two ways. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the kick, and 2 and 4 on the snare, or it could be 1 on the kick, 2 on the snare, 3 on the kick, 4 on the snare. So we're going to deal with the 1 and 3 on the bass drum, and the 2 and the 4 on the snare. And we're gonna, on the hi-hat pattern, we're gonna do eighth notes. All right. So to break it down, let you know what we got going on. So what's gonna happen is the kick drum is gonna be on 1 and 3. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear that? 2, 4. 2, 4. All right, now the snare drum is going to be on the 2 and the 4. All right, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and next we're going to have the hi-hat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so it'd be like this. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now what we have to do, we have to put all of this together. All right, so we can layer it. So we'll start with the hi-hat first, and then we'll add the kick drum. So we'll have 1, 2, ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And. So let's play with the metronome. I'm gonna be at, I have it 60 BPM on eighth notes. I'm gonna go 50. So I have it at 50 BPM on the eighth notes, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, now let's try to put the kick and the hi-hat together at the same time. So remember, eighth notes here, and the kick drum is going to do beats 1 and beats 3. So it'll sound like this right here. 2, ready, and go, and. All right, so that was the kick drum and the hi-hat. So now let's just do the hi-hat and the snare drum, okay? Now remember, the snare drum is on beat what? 2 and beat 4, all right? It's going to be on beat 2 and beat 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. All right, I hope you were able to get that far. So now we just got to put everything together. We did the hi-hat kick, we did the hi-hat snare. Now we just got to put all of this together to create our first beginner beat. All right, so let's layer it. So I'll start with the hi-hat first, and then we'll do 2 rounds of the hi-hat by itself. We'll do 2 rounds adding the kick drum, and then we'll do 2 rounds adding the snare. So by the third round, everything should be in. Okay, let's do it that way. Let's layer it. 2, here we go, and. kick drum. We're at the snare drum now. Here we go. All right, hey, I hope you made it. So that's the beginning of our first initial drum beat. So if you're new to this, congratulations, 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 congratulations. So we just layered everything, right? So now let us just start right at the top with everything in and just run it a few rounds. 2, ready, and go, and. All right, there you are. So that is the beginning of the, beginning of our basic drum beat, however you want to say it, right? So this is just the beginning of our, drum beat. So or drum groove, however you want to say it. If you are a beginner, and you're just getting started, stick with it and run it at various different tempos. All right. So now we're going to shift it on up to 70 BPM. All right. Let's shift it up to 70 BPM. 1, 2. All right, that was 70 BPM. Let's go up to 90 BPM now. Keep going, keep pressing. Now, listen, if it's too fast for you in the beginning, just take your time with it and go up fast as you can. So really track your progress with the metronome. So if you're somewhere between 50 and 70 and you can't get 70, back it down to 65, back it down to 60 BPM to try to make sure you hang, everything is clean and staying together. All right, and if you're a champion and you're doing really well, just keep pressing and keep pushing and go far as you can go with it, right? As long as it's staying together and it's clean, all right? So let's go to 90 BPM. All right, there you are. We're at 90 BPM. All right, so I hope you're feeling good. I hope everything is lining up. We're going to keep pressing. All right, so we're going on up to 110. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so That was 110. We got one more to go. We're going to do 130 today. All right, guys. All right. So that was 130 BPMs. That was 130 BPMs. I hope you have made it. You can go. You can keep going on further and further and further if you want to. 150, 160 to really push yourself. But I give you landmarks to try to accomplish as you journey throughout the week. So if you're just a beginner, just keep pressing at it. Keep going. I promise you, if you practice, it will get better. If you just follow what I said, line up your hi-hat with the snare drum and with the kick drum, right? Kick drum, is on what? It's on 1 and 3. Snare drum is on 2 and 4, right? Hi-hats, we're doing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for joining in for this lesson. I hope it has helped you and blessed you. Keep going, keep pressing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You don't want to miss it because we're going to be right back with this beat, but we're going to be putting some accents on the eighth note. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hey, peace. See ya.